People, well,
North London forever. Prem champs. I'm hearing 2008 Man U versus what?
Man didn't even-
2026 Man U. Worry about it.
Wait,
As you
hold
were,
on.
Rob Dog. As you were, Rob
This is
Dog.
my channel, yeah? Yeah, we did lose. We have lost, and it isn't great. I'm sat next to my good friend Anil. Shouts out Anil Kandola on the channel. Man United fan, mocking me with my own scarf. Anil, you just beaten us 3-2. I'm fuming. I think that's got to be the worst performance we've had this season. I thought you lot were very good.
Yeah.
Talk to the people.
Yeah,
What did you make of the game?
Well, it was either out of that one or the loss against Villa or the stalemate against Forest. There's a common denominator here a little bit, isn't it? You can't go around playing games like this. You can get away with it in certain matches.
Draw against Liverpool.
Draw against Liverpool, throw that in
Shouts
there.
out Kweku.
Yeah.
Lost away at Liverpool.
Draw Chelsea as well. I think
Draw Chelsea, don't
yeah,
send
yeah,
them.
add that in there. So look, you can win games by set pieces and scrappy goals on the goal line. You can't win titles. And now all of a sudden, 4 points. I thought this was an easy one. It's only little Carrick.
You know what? This was a terrible idea for myself, right?
I'm
Now
trying
that
to
you've
talk
killed
more.
me, yeah.
I'm trying to
All right,
talk
now
more.
that you've killed me, let me just talk genuinely. All right, so for me, that was awful. And that was awful from us. There wasn't enough impetus, enough attacking willingness to risk. And everything was safe, everything was passing. Your goal with Mbemo comes from us trying to be safe. Zubimendi's just trying to go to the goalie, gives it to Mbemo. When you look at that, Anil, as a non-Arsenal fan, do you think we'll be champions? Because there's still 4 points clear. It's easy to get excited, it is easy.
Yeah.
But all jokes aside, do you genuinely think we'll go on and win the league?
Well, look, it's a tough one because, and I'm not just saying this, and I know a lot of your followers, listeners, viewers won't like me saying this. Arsenal aren't good, bro. They're not good.
No,
The
you
problem
don't
is-
believe that.
No, I promise
Well,
you.
you
Do you
don't
want to know what?
what,
Do you wanna
good
know
enough
what?
to win the league? Is
No.
that what you mean? Or
Let
just not a
me
good
land.
team?
Let me land. They're not a great team the way that people say they are, right? We can talk about Arteta failing, the fact that he's only got to one final in 6 years. We can talk about all that stuff. But I'm talking about the way you're trying to win a league, right? Like I said, solid defence, score the odd goal in dozens of games in the league. That will be a great contribution to what you're trying to do. But games like this, it reminds me of the time, we've all seen that famous Arsenal clip of a few of the fans watching it, 0-0 against Man City. It wasn't a win, but it was a bloody good effort.
Yeah.
That's not the mentality you need. The same way you don't go into these games with a mentality of keeping it, and then we'll see what we can do. Oh, look, is that another Arsenal fan? Oh, look, they're all in black for Arteta's funeral. It's all good, man. It's all good. But look, all well and good. But this is the thing, right? And I'll leave it to it. I'm not sure why you bought this in. What were you planning on doing?
Don't worry about that.
What video was he going to do? What video is he going to do? Look at
Basically,
this. He's bought the scarf.
I've actually jinxed the result.
at this.
I was on TalkSport Goals. I bought the scarf.
Didn't come out once.
Dante, hold on.
Think about
Dante,
what-
shouts at Dante. We're doing the reaction, Dante, yeah? So, Dante, I come in, he's gassing me up. He's like, yeah, we're winning 2-1. I said 3-1. Luke said 3-1 as well.
Yeah.
But you were confident before the game.
We had
And
some-
What I'm trying to establish is, like, you're basically saying we're not a good team.
So, but going back to what I was going to say, right? You're not a good team, but I think it's a damning reflection, not necessarily just on you, but also the rest of the league. You can't have performances and results like that, and people are not right behind you to capitalise. I think it's a damning reflection on the poor quality of the Premier League right now, which leads me to believe that you probably still will win the league eventually. But I look at performances like that, and a big factor in this is the fans. When you were trailing, there was nothing. When it went to 2-2, that's when you start to see the uproar in the fans. And that's great, and I understand that you're not going to be happy if your team's behind, right, in a game. But that's where the fans get you over the line, the classic cliche of the 12th man. Don't support your team when it's all rosy in the garden. It's when
No,
you're
I
in the
agree.
trenches, my brother.
No, but one thing I will say, is that the fans react to the football you put forth. And, like, the fans weren't getting excited and couldn't get behind the team because there was no football being played, bro. Like, the way that Arsenal play...
so late.
Yeah, and
so late.
that's
They're
on
without
that's on
going your way.
Arteta. That's on Arteta.
Can't win.
So what for me, yeah, and shouts out Kweku, that's the voice you can hear but not see. He says this on Arteta, and I've accused Arteta of being too risk adverse, safety first. And what I see in what Michael Carrick's done is he's encouraging a little bit of one touch, like free flowing play. Kobe Mainoo's just taking it. Fernandez, Casemiro, he played the full 90 there, did he?
No, no
Casemiro looked class, like back to his best. And my worry is Arteta being too restrictive tactically. I even look at Chelsea, and Maresca and Arteta are very similar in their philosophy. Chelsea look a lot more better under Rosenier. They seem a little bit more willing to play a risky ball, a direct ball. It's probably why we beat them, was because Chelsea were a bit open compared to Maresca. Now, from a United perspective, we'll come back to Arsenal. How impressed are you? You beat Man City, you beat an Arsenal away.
Not a bad week, is it? I think, look, I'm not one to get too carried away. I'm not one to be, over the top or get exaggerated. But I've seen enough. 10-year contract, Carrick, put it at the table. I've seen it all now. 1 week. Arteta.
You're not doing a Rio, are you?
Sign the contract, big boy.
Do you think Carrick could be the permanent gaffer?
Well, look. I think it's almost impossible to even have this conversation off the back of the week that he's had.
Yeah.
We need to learn from past mistakes of getting carried away with Solskjaer's interim. He got given the permanent, and factually he was the least successful because he was the longest there post-site spokesman and he won the least, right? So you've got to factor that in. You don't get sucked in the emotional side of things. But then you just look at the actual performances. Like he was saying then, it's not just score a goal and be happy with what you got. Even a draw, right? A lot of Man United fans would have taken a draw, right? But the fact that they went ahead, they were controlling the game, they were okay to soak up pressure, they still tried to go forward.
Yeah.
With Arsenal, we're so good at defending, which you are. You've got the best defence in the country. We score one, that's all we need to do. You ain't a top level operating side.
I'm not having this on my
do it.
channel, actually.
I'm
Don't
sorry.
sit there because you won a game acting like we're not levels.
What is it?
You're 12 points behind.
Yeah, what
us,
is
so
it?
just
What's
relax.
it? Maguire in the back, a Boomo in the back.
This guy.
United going to win the Premier League.
This guy's mad. And this is why we need Man United to not get better, because this is what we're dealing with after a
I
win.
can smell success.
You know you're 12 points behind us, innit? And you're not embarrassed.
And you couldn't beat us. So you're not embarrassed.
All right, listen, now's not the time. But people, this is not good. This is it's
Footballing gods. The footballing gods.
It's verging on to troubling. Shouts out Kweku, chose man. Kweku, feel free to come round. I trust the camera angle. But he's done a camera duty. But Kweku is a Chelsea fan, and Neil obviously grew up United. These two are used to title-winning seasons. They're used to it. So it is tough. It's tough. But Quakes, let me just get your opinion quick. Do you think this Arsenal side wins the league? Honestly.
If I put money on it, yeah. But I pushed back against the idea of this being a weaker league. 'Cause I don't think so. I don't think this league is a weaker.
I don't think it's a weak
I think the floor has been risen, and I think the ceiling has maybe come down a little bit. So it's you meet in the middle. The teams at the bottom of the table are better than the worst teams back in the day.
Facts.
But
What about the top teams?
top teams are not as good.
Yeah, that's true.
Nowhere near.
The floor's higher, the ceiling's a bit lower.
Sure.
I get that.
I think it kind of just balances out. But I do think that Arteta needs to just let it breathe sometimes, man.
Just believe in your sword.
Yeah, believe in your sword. Because
the players
bro,
have scored your goal.
bro, sometimes sit down. Sometimes put the spreadsheets in the bag, my guy.
Yeah.
And just let football be football. Let football be football. He doesn't let football play out. And what he reminds me of is Jose Mourinho, 04-05. The difference is the defense is not as good and the attack is worse. Like you, man, and again, I saw the thing going around. You, man, might have the worst attack to win the league in like 20 years. Like, in terms of output. Like, and people can point to Leicester. Leicester had Vardy and Mahrez who were bagsmen. Like, you lot.
Got Martinelli.
Bro,
Why have I let this cooking happen?
no, bro.
Make sure you post this.
Saka's
I wanna see this. I wanna see this.
Saka's output is minimal right now. We know what Gyökeres is. I don't even want to. I don't just.
What was that moment in the last minute, by the way? He was
with
like, I know
Martinez.
it was with Gyökeres.
Saka.
So I might have been called offside or whatever, but he was 1-on-1 and he just tried to square it.
Yeah.
What was that?
Well, I think that was his technique letting him down.
So, thank you. You know,
Yeah, right.
So,
have you seen this in a minute?
yeah, we saw it on Wednesday night at the San Siro. But we're about to wrap this up. Lastly, I just want to get you two's opinion on Martin Odegaard. Hook, our captain, hooked in the 50 before the 67th
57th, I
minute.
think it was. 57
Talk to
minutes.
me.
Well, this is what bro. And again, people said you're making a big deal out of it. This is why you put the captain armband on Declan Rice, because he's never getting hooked. And so now it's the story is like our captain got hooked.
Yeah.
Bro, like really and truly, Martin Odegaard, he could take it or leave it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In some games, it might call for a little Eze. In every game, it calls for a Declan Rice. That's why he should be a captain.
I agree.
But in some games, it calls for somebody else that's not Martin Odegaard. He's still a top player, but You ain't seen it this season, bro.
I ain't seen it.
You know it as well.
No, I
Sorry,
agree.
I know you want to wrap up. I've just got one question for
Talk
you.
to me.
So which goal did you enjoy more, when Cunha whipped it one or when Dorky just smashed it like prime Bale? Which one did you prefer though? Which one was it? Which one did you enjoy more? as a
That's
football
what
fan?
it looks like, right?
That's ball.
Bro, Super Sundays have been dead, and that restored the feeling in terms of like Man United came to play. You man, I can't say what I want to say, but you man don't play.
Don't get cancelled.
Yeah, you man don't play like you're not trying to play football.
Nah.
You're trying to play percentages,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, football's played on the pitch, bro. It's not played on spreadsheets.
No, I agree.
And you man, like, let it breathe. You've got good players.
Let it all work out.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? I hate to say that I agree with these, man. I hate to say it, but Mikel Arteta, let me tell you something. Don't let these kids go through what I went through. Them kids are going to have to go to school tomorrow.
Think
and
about
they
them
can deal
kids.
with Chelsea winning, United winning, and at our expense.
Bro.
Even Tottenham got a draw.
Yeah, that's good for them at the minute. I mean, listen, people, I don't know what to say. Anil's about to go on there. Kweku wants to go home. I'm going to wrap it there. But people, look out for these two. These are my boys. They're doing their thing. He's trolling us right now.
No,
Don't worry about that.
Gyökeres, man, my guy. I knew he was a United fan.
Hey, I'll see you next time. Come on, boys. We need better.